Manchester United 0, Everton 1. I don't even know what to say about this game. I'm so angry. I don't know if you can tell it from my eyes, but I'm pissed off. What the hell was that game? Every single time we come from the international break, it's the same nonsense. These players go for international duty. They play well. When they come back to play for the club, they play horribly. And I don't want to hear anything about, it's just a blip on the road. There's no blip on the road. Other teams come back and they're marching their way to victory. Did Arsenal players not go for the international break? They did. And they came back and they played against Tottenham of all teams and they spanked them. I mean, yeah, City lost and Liverpool lost, but who cares? This was our chance to get into the top four. We took the pace today. Slow, lethargic football, backward football, sideways football. Luke Shaw taking 75 touches of the football before he passes it. And I saw it in the first half and I said, how do you lose to 10 men? This team has had 10 men for the 25th minute. They've played 75% of the game with 10 men. We didn't even manage to create open goal-scoring chances. We had to chuck on Senne Lammens at the end of the game to the top of the field to try and get us a goal. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? Every other chance we have a chance, every other time we have a chance to go to the top four, we squander it. I think we're now 8th or 9th. Someone will say, it's just been the 3 points behind between 2nd and 10th. What does that have to do with us? Win your games, you don't have to worry about such things. But here we are anyway. Here my full-time 5. I'm pissed. Ahmad as a 10 without a proper win back is just rubbish. I don't want to see Ahmad in the 10 anymore. I'm sick and tired of this thing where we try to put him as a 10 and he does nothing. Actually, today, Ahmad, you're a piece of garbage today. What happened to taking people on? What happened to crossing the ball? What happened to playing people in first time? What happened to actually creating chances as a 10? Every other single time he got the ball, he either didn't try to take Grealish on. How do you get pocketed by Grealish in a defensive setup? You had an extra man in the midfield, but you still got run over. This team sometimes it just pisses me. Like, I don't even know what to say anymore. Because you'd think that we've turned the corner, we've figured out how to beat these teams at home. Ruben was talking about we need to make Old Trafford a fortress. What fortress? If this is the type of nonsense you're going to play, there is no fortress, Ruben. Oh my God. We were getting run over by bloody Ghana, who we gave out because we thought he wasn't good enough to play in our midfield. Ten Hag, wherever you are. Oh my God. Ghana and Dewsbury Hall. 2 players who were championship material in other people's eyes were bossing a midfield that had Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes. And I said this the other time. Don't let these 2 wins and 2 draws fool you. Because when those 2 people get exposed, we lose games. And today was a perfect example of that. And I kid you not, if Ghana Gay stayed in the team or stayed in the game, we probably would have lost the game by more. Because we would have been run over. Because they put a 3-man midfield on top of us. A 2-man midfield ran through us. What about a 3-man midfield? That brings me to my third point. Let's talk about Bruno. We've been talking about Bruno for the longest time. For the last 2 years, we've just been saying, Bruno needs to go. Why not bring on, if you are so confident, Ruben, if you're so confident Bruno can do a job for us, why not put him as a 10? Why not put Kobe Mainoo and Casemiro as your midfield to win the ball for you, to give it to Bruno, for Bruno to create chances? What is this obsession with playing Bruno Fernandes as a midfield 8? Wow. Someone needs to explain this to me. What is this mad obsession with Bruno Fernandes playing as an 8? Why can't you just have him as a 10? Why can't we have other people play in that midfield to try and play in that midfield? I mean, I guess we've seen today why we can't have anybody else, because he doesn't trust Ugarte anymore. He doesn't trust Menu, and we can see why he doesn't trust Menu. Because Kobe came on, instead of taking 1-2 touches, he wants to dribble with the ball. He wants to carry the ball. I don't know if the instruction is to carry the ball or if it's to play, win the ball back, give it to someone who's going to create a chance. I don't even know, man. I was watching the game, I was pissed. And I told the people in the chat, and I said, this is the type of game where Everton come away with a 1-0 win. Because the way we started the game was so poor. We were just all over the place. It's like we were shocked that they went down to 10 men. It's like we wanted to play against 11 men. We didn't take the chance. How do you lose to 10 men from the 25th minute? And it wasn't like they had a fluky goal. We let them have the goal. We could have easily taken the ball from them in the midfield, but Bruno gets run over. Yoro gets run over. He has a shot at goal. What do you think he's going to do? I know we all think Sana Lamens is unbeatable, but he's just human. He's just a goalkeeper. A good enough strike will beat him. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're thinking. What is this obsession with wanting to go behind so that we can play well? Why can't we just play well from the get-go? If we won today, those are 3 points. We move into the week. The teams go and play in the Champions League that are playing in the Champions League. We then have to go to Palace. We're going to lose bloody Mbumo, bloody Ahmad, and Mazraoui. Don't even... Mazraoui, oh my... You are horrible. You're so bad. We're going to lose them to AFCON. So then what's going to happen? Are we still going to play the same people we've been playing? And this brings me to my 4th point. We're just not good enough. Everywhere around the pitch. Sana Lamens doesn't get anything from me because he had nothing to do apart from pick the ball out of the net once. He didn't have to make a save. He didn't have to do anything. But we just didn't create chances today. Everybody else, De Ligt was slow. Luke Shaw was slow. Yoro was shocking. Casemiro had a flat game. Bruno Fernandes was shocking. Ahmed had a shocking game. Mboma had a shocking game. Josh Ozaki had a shocker. And I can see why sometimes he doesn't pick these players. Because when they get their chance to do something, they don't. If I'm Ahmad, if I'm Zexi, if I'm... who else? Mazraoui. Dogu. Oh my God. If I'm any of these players and one of the person who's starting before me gets injured, I'm taking my chances. But here we are. We always do the same nonsense every other single time. We just want to play lethargic football. We just want to be, okay, it's fine. We can get a draw. Even if they score, we can score. It doesn't work like that. Football doesn't work like that. I think the moment we start to understand it, we'll start playing better. I thought we had turned around the corner recently, but these are the cracks that I was talking about. We are just back to doing the same damn things. But we need a bigger squad. We don't have players who can change the game. This is where you needed the impact players. How Chelsea has Estevao. They have Gittins. People they can throw on to the pitch to try and change the narrative of the game. We don't have it. We have bloody Malacia on the bench. People who not even played for a month are on the bench. Lisandro Martinez, coming from injury, is on the bench. We need to invest in January. We seriously need to think about investing in January. Because if this is the way it's going to go, and God forbid Ivory Coast or Cameroon go further in the AFCON, which they're expected to do, imagine how much exposed we would be. We're still going to finish 10th. We have a hope at least to try and finish maybe 6th or 7th. Given the Liverpool form, given the City form, given the Tottenham form, we are at least in a region where we can at least afford to finish 6th or 7th, or even 5th. But we're just not good enough. We're just not good enough. My 5th point, we're just not good enough. Every other single time I've seen this game, I've seen this team play, They look out of it. They look like they're confused. They look like they don't know what they're doing. And that's the worst feeling as a fan, when your team doesn't know what it's doing, doesn't seem to know what it's doing. You end up in a situation where you're just frustrated. You're frustrated with your team, you're frustrated with your manager, you're frustrated with yourself as a fan, because you're trying to watch this team. You're urging them on, you're pushing them on, but they just don't get the impotence. So, shitty way to start the week. That's for sure. Anyway, I'm gonna log off, guys. I'm pissed. I'm so pissed. Like, you couldn't pay me to watch that game back again. You couldn't pay me to watch that game back again. It was a painful watch. Oh my God. We didn't look like we were going to score, even if they gave us 20 minutes of added time. Maguire, where were you? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll come catch me in the stream sometime later. We're doing Champions League tomorrow, so that should be interesting. Anyway, peace out.